Welcome to Fair Trade Finder. Today we're going to look at portable power stations from 3 different brands. We're going to look at the EcoFlow Delta Pro, the Anker SOLIX F2000, and the Jackery 2000 Plus. To understand how these power stations compare, we're going to look at battery type, storage capacity, power output, recharge time, outlets and ports, weight, internet and Wi-Fi, and some bonus features. Starting with battery type, so this is the type of lithium-ion technology that these power stations use, and all of them use LFP lithium-ion batteries. So LFP stands for lithium iron phosphate, and this is great that they all use this type of technology. LFP batteries are more stable, less likely to overcharge, and have significantly more charge cycles. Next is storage capacity. How much energy can these power stations store? EcoFlow has the highest capacity. You get 3,600 watt hours. That said, you can expand your EcoFlow to 25,000 watt hours by pairing 2 Delta Pros together and adding 2 additional battery packs. So Jackery 2000 Plus comes in second. You get starting capacity of 2,043 watt hours. It is expandable, also expandable up to 24,000 watt hours. You have to pair 2 Jackery 2000 Plus power stations together, and you have to add 10 extra battery packs. So a lot more work goes into expanding the Jackery 2000 Plus than the EcoFlow Delta Pro. Lastly, the Anker SOLIX F2000 also allows you to expand. You get starting capacity of 2,048 watt hours, and it's expandable up to 4,096 watt hours, and you add 1 additional expansion battery. So a lot less capacity options for the Anker. Next is output. So output determines what types of devices and appliances that the power station can support. So EcoFlow has the highest output power. You get 3,600 watts of output with 7,200 watts of surge. Surge is like a short-term additional power boost that the battery can give you if you need it, but only for short amounts of time. The Jackery comes in second with 3,000 watts of output and 5,000 watts of surge, and the Anker SOLIX F2000 gives you 2,400 watts of output with 3,600 watts of surge. Moving on to charge cycles. So charge cycles gives you an idea of how long your lithium-ion battery is going to last. And you want as many charge cycles as possible because that lets you know that your lithium-ion battery is going to have a longer lifespan. So Jackery 2000 Plus has the longest cycle life with 4,000 charge cycles. EcoFlow Delta Pro comes in second with 3,500 cycles, and the Anker SOLIX F2000 comes in last with 3,000 charge cycles. Outlets and ports. So what types of outlets and ports and how many does the power station give you? EcoFlow Delta Pro has the widest variety and the largest number of outlets and ports. You get 15 total outlets and ports on the EcoFlow Delta Pro. The Anker SOLIX F2000 comes in second with 12, and the Jackery 2000 Plus comes in last with 10. More information about the outlets and ports that you do get on the EcoFlow Delta Pro. You get 15, as I said. You get 5 AC outlets, 2 USB-A with 24 watts of output, 2 USB-A fast charge with 36 watts, 2 USB-C with 100 watts, 2 DC ports, 1 car port with 126 watts of output, and 1 Anderson port with 378 watts of output. An Anderson port is like an RV port where you can connect the RV directly to the power station. Look at recharge time now. So how long does it take to recharge the power station? So AC recharge is when you plug the power station into a wall outlet. And this is one of the most common ways to charge a power station, and usually the fastest. So the Anker SOLIX F2000 has the fastest AC recharge time. It takes anywhere from 1.2 to 1.8 hours. The Jackery 2000 Plus comes in second, in between 2 and 3 hours if you're plugging it into a wall outlet. And the EcoFlow Delta Pro is last. It takes anywhere from 1.8 to 3 hours to recharge the EcoFlow Delta Pro using an AC wall outlet. So solar recharge time is how long does it take to recharge using solar panels. The Anker SOLIX F2000 has the fastest solar recharge, about 3.8 hours, and that's if you're using 5 solar panels at 200 watts each, anywhere for up to 8 hours if you're just using 1 200 watt solar panel. So the speed that it takes to recharge via the sun is dependent on how many solar panels you have connected to the power station, and also dependent on the quality of the sunlight and how you've set the panels up to receive like the optimum sunlight distribution. Jackery 2000 Plus comes in second, and it ranges from 2 hours if you're using 6 panels at 200 watts each, up to 14 hours if you were just using 1 panel at 200 watts. The EcoFlow Delta Pro comes in last, anywhere from 2.8 to 5.6 hours, and that's if you're using 4 panels at 400 watts each, all the way up to anywhere from 9 to 18 hours if you were just using 1 400 watt panel. So the Anker SOLIX is definitely the fastest solar recharge compared to both of the other brands. And the last recharge method we're going to look at is DC. And so this is when you plug the power station into your car's cigarette port. This is very useful if you are recharging the power station and you're camping or you're off-grid. So once again, Anker SOLIX F2000 has the fastest DC recharge. It takes about 21 hours. The Jackery 2000 Plus comes in at about 25 hours, and the EcoFlow Delta Pro takes about 37 hours. DC recharging is always going to be the slowest compared to AC and solar. Moving on to weight, so Jackery is by far the most lightweight. This power station is 32 pounds or 14.5 kilograms. The Anker SOLIX F2000 is 67.2 pounds or 30.5 kilograms, and the EcoFlow Delta Pro is 99 pounds or 45 kilograms. They all come with wheels and handles, so you can at least roll them around because they're pretty heavy. All of these power stations have app control, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi capability, which is great. This means that you can remotely monitor and control the power station. You can check your battery levels, you can check your output power, you can also turn the power station on and off, and even turn on specific ports. You can also get firmware updates if you have Wi-Fi capability. These power stations are basically computers, and they will need to have their software updated from time to time. And so if it's connected to the internet, you can automatically have your power station receiving these updates. So some bonus information is that all of these power stations have either uninterruptible power supply or UPS, or emergency power supply, which is EPS. So UPS provides a continuous power supply without interruption. This is great when you have devices like medical equipment, for example, a CPAP machine that you want to make sure doesn't. So let's recap. So all of the models have lithium iron phosphate batteries, or LFP batteries, and they all have Wi-Fi, and they all have wheels. So EcoFlow has the highest capacity and power output. It has the largest number of outlets and ports, and it has emergency power supply, EPS. The Jackery has the longest cycle life, it's the most lightweight, and it has emergency power supply, EPS. Anker SOLIX F2000 has the fastest recharge time, whether it's AC, solar, or DC, and it has uninterruptible power supply, or UPS. So thanks for watching this video. Please leave comments or opinions if you have experience with these power stations. Please leave them in the comments. Check the video description for links to each of the power stations. Thanks for watching.